If you are hearing my voice right now, you were not meant to ignore this message. Something drew you here, something urgent, something that needed to reach you in time. You may think you clicked this video accidentally. But there are no accidents when it comes to spiritual moments, especially moments involving Archangel Michael. The atmosphere around you has been shifting. You may not have understood it, but you have felt it. A heaviness. A strange pressure in your spirit. A subtle warning in your intuition. And now, this message arrives. Not tomorrow. Not hours later. But now, in this very moment, because something is unfolding around you that you cannot afford to ignore. Before we begin, I want you to engage with this message actively. Not passively. Not half listening. Your attention is part of the protection being activated over you. So I want you to do something simple. Comment below the words. I am listening. This is your sign of alignment. Your declaration that you are receiving what was meant for you. Now breathe. Slowly. Because what you are about to hear may shift the course of the next 2 hours of your life. Something has been happening around you, quietly, silently, almost invisibly, yet you can feel it in a way you cannot fully explain. It shows up in moments when your mind is calm, in the late hours when the noise of the day fades, or even in the middle of your normal routines. It feels like a presence, a weight, a shift in the atmosphere. Not always heavy, but different. You might not have understood it, but your spirit did. For the past few days, maybe even weeks, you have experienced signs that something around you was changing. Maybe it was the way your thoughts suddenly became louder. Maybe it was the way your instincts have been sharper. Or maybe it was the way your emotions have been fluctuating without a clear reason. These signs were not random. They were the first indicators of a spiritual shift occurring around you. Think about it. Have you recently felt restless even when things were calm? Have you sensed something approaching, even though you couldn't see anything with your physical eyes? Have you found yourself pausing before making decisions you would normally make quickly? This is not anxiety. This is not overthinking. This is awareness. Your spirit has been picking up the tremors that your physical senses cannot detect. When something significant is preparing to enter your life, whether a blessing or a warning, your subconscious becomes alert before you fully realize why. It is like an internal alarm activating, guiding you toward caution, reflection, or preparation. And if you are watching this right now, it's because that inner alarm has been ringing louder than usual. You were not guided here by chance. You were drawn here by awareness. Something has been shifting in the background, unseen, unspoken, but very real. You may notice moments where your energy feels off. Times when you suddenly become quiet. Times when you feel disconnected from people. Times when your thoughts drift into unusual questions. Why do I feel this way? What is this sensation? What is happening around me? These are early signs of spiritual alignment taking place. When danger forms, your spirit senses it. When protection is being prepared for you, your spirit senses that too. And when you are about to cross into a new level, your spirit becomes sensitive. But here is what many people don't realize. Spiritual warnings are gentle at first. They may show up as fatigue. A sudden urge to stay home. A feeling that something is off. A small voice inside you saying, slow down, pay attention. These warnings feel subtle, not dramatic. Yet they are powerful. Some people ignore them. But you didn't. That's why you're here. Your awareness brought you to this moment. Something tried to distract you, delay you, confuse you, or shift you out of alignment. But your spirit kept nudging you back, urging you to watch this video, urging you to listen, urging you to pay attention, because this message is meant to protect you. Think about your recent days. Were there strange coincidences? Moments where you avoided something by seconds? Moments where you changed your mind last minute? These are not coincidences, these are interventions. When the spiritual realm wants to protect you, it speaks through your instincts. It rearranges your timing. It delays you by a few seconds. It pushes you to stop, wait, or rethink something. You may not understand it at the moment, but later you realize that one tiny delay saved you from something larger. You might not see the danger forming. You might not see the shift happening. But your spirit does. This is why you've been sensing this change. It was not fear. It was not confusion. It was not overthinking. It was spiritual intelligence. Something was trying to get your attention. And now, finally, you're in the right place to understand what it was. For the last several days, you may have also noticed people acting differently toward you, or your emotions intensifying, or your dreams becoming more vivid. These are all indicators that spiritual forces, both protective and opposing, have been active around your life. Whenever a shift is coming, the atmosphere around you becomes tense. Not because something bad is guaranteed to happen, but because something important is emerging. Your spirit enlarges. Your intuition heightens. Your awareness increases. You begin to see through situations faster. You begin to detect people's intentions. You begin to feel the truth behind circumstances. And all of these are signs that protection is working in your favor. You might not feel safe every moment. You might not feel confident every day. But the fact that you are here means that divine protection is already activated. The very feeling that something was not right was actually your shield awakening. Not a threat. Not a curse. But a warning designed to protect you. Your spirit recognized the shift before your mind did. This is why, right now, you should type in the comments. I feel this. Not because it's just a phrase. But because it confirms that your spirit is paying attention. And when you pay attention spiritually, you prevent the danger forming in the unseen from coming into your reality. Some people think warnings are signs of fear, but no. Warnings are signs of protection. To be warned is to be covered. To be warned is to be valued. To be warned is to be guided. And you were guided here. In the next part, you will understand exactly what this warning is about, why it is surfacing now, and what it is trying to prevent. But for now, let this truth settle in your spirit. You sensed this shift because you were meant to. You felt this moment coming because it was destined for you. And now, you are about to understand the message behind the feeling. The warning. Something is shifting around you, and even if you haven't spoken it out loud, your spirit has already felt it. A quiet disturbance. A subtle agitation. A sudden uneasiness that makes no sense logically. Yet it refuses to leave. This is not ordinary fear. This is not overthinking. This is not imagination. This is a spiritual alert. Every person who is connected to higher guidance, every person who has a calling, and every person whose next season is approaching will always face a moment like this, a moment where the invisible world starts trembling before the physical world catches up. That is why you were pulled to this message. Not randomly. Not accidentally. You were guided because something was forming behind the scenes, and the time for silence is over. A warning has arrived. And it arrived just in time. Because right now, somewhere in the unseen, a chain of events was aligning that could have led you into a moment of danger, emotional, spiritual, physical, or situational. This danger was not designed to destroy you permanently. It was designed to distract you at the exact moment you needed clarity. It was designed to disrupt your timing. It was designed to weaken you before a breakthrough. It was designed to pull you off your path before something important reached you. But because you are hearing this, the path of danger is already being interrupted. You were meant to receive this warning before the next 2 hours unfold. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Because timing is everything. Warnings in the spiritual realm do not come early and they do not come late. They come exactly when alignment begins to shift, and the moment has arrived. Many of you watching this have felt something for days. A tension you couldn't explain. A pressure on your mind. A heaviness in your chest. A strange exhaustion, even though you slept enough. Moments where your thoughts felt clouded, unfocused, disconnected. Moments where you felt like something was off but you couldn't point to what. These were early tremors. Spiritual pressure always shows up before spiritual interference. The more significant your calling, the louder the world of darkness becomes before it fails. The closer your breakthrough, the more aggressive the distractions become. And the moment just before a blessing arrives, a warning is often required. Understand this clearly. What was forming against you was not bigger than your destiny. But it was serious enough for the spiritual realm to intervene. Some of you were about to make a decision without thinking. Enter a situation too quickly. Respond emotionally to someone's negativity. Travel or leave the house at the wrong moment. Reconnect with someone who was not meant to re-enter your life. Ignore an inner hesitation that was trying to protect you. These small decisions would have put you at the wrong place at the wrong time. Not because you were careless, but because the pressure you felt recently has been disrupting your natural clarity. This is how spiritual disturbances work. You become uneasy but don't know why. You feel tired but don't know the reason. You lose focus but don't understand what is draining you. You delay things, forget things, misplace things, or act out of character. This is not coincidence. This is interference. And this message is arriving to clear that interference. Right now, as you listen, alignment is being restored. Clarity is returning. Your spiritual awareness is awakening. The fog is lifting. The distractions are breaking. The danger is exposing itself. The warning you are receiving is not to create fear. It is to awaken your inner guardian, the deep spiritual instinct within you that knows how to sense danger before your eyes can see it. In the next 2 hours, you are going to feel shifts. A sudden pause before doing something. A sudden thought telling you to wait. An unexpected delay that protects you. A nudge to avoid a place or conversation. A feeling to slow down. A moment of hesitation that saves you. These are not random. These are signals from the spiritual realm aligning with this warning. The danger forming around you was temporary. Its power depended on you staying unaware. But the moment you receive a warning, the entire structure weakens. You are not walking blind. You are not caught off guard. You are not stepping into the unknown without guidance. Your spirit is awake. For some of you, the warning is about a financial trap. A sudden argument that could escalate. A manipulative person returning. A risky situation disguised as an opportunity. A moment of distraction that could lead to harm. A mental attack meant to break your confidence. A person who drains your energy but appears innocent. A place you were not meant to be today. You were not meant to step into that moment unprepared. You were not meant to walk into that situation unaware. You were not meant to face that danger without a shield. This message is your shield. You were guided here because the next season of your life matters. Your presence matters. Your purpose matters. Your future matters. Darkness never attacks what has no value. Pressure never rises where nothing important is forming. Warnings do not come to empty souls, they come to chosen ones. If this message is reaching you, it is because there is something you must avoid, something you must delay, or something you must walk away from. And once the next 2 hours pass, the atmosphere around you will settle. The interference will break. The pressure will lift. The danger will fade. Because warnings shift outcomes. You are being protected in advance. But to anchor this protection, to align with it fully, and to show agreement with the spiritual shield surrounding you, you must speak it out. Type in the comments. I receive this warning. Not out of fear. Out of alignment. The spiritual realm responds to agreement. Agreement is activation. Activation brings protection. You are not alone. You are not vulnerable. You are not unprotected. You are being guided. You are being warned. You are being preserved. The path ahead of you is being cleared even as you listen. And this is only the beginning. Something is happening around you right now, even as you listen. Something in the unseen is shifting, aligning, and moving into position. You may not hear it with your ears. You may not see it with your eyes. But your spirit feels the change. A subtle tightening around your energy. A gentle pull within your chest. A sudden awareness rising inside you. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is protection activating. There are moments in your life when heaven steps in without waiting for your permission. Moments where intervention happens before disaster arrives. Moments where you are shielded from what you didn't even know was forming. Right now is one of those moments. Whether you realize it or not, a spiritual shield is being placed around you, a barrier, a wall, a covering that is separating you from what was meant to harm you. And here is how you know it's happening. A sudden calm settles in your body. You may feel a breath releasing, even though you didn't consciously take it. You may feel your shoulders relax, your chest open, your heartbeat slow. This calm is not ordinary. It is the first sign that the danger approaching you has been intercepted. You feel chills or a warm wave through your body. For some, it feels like goosebumps. For others, it feels like warmth rising up the spine. This is energy recalibrating. Your spiritual defenses coming online. Your frequency rising above what was trying to attach itself to you. Your mind becomes clear in moments where it was confused. Suddenly, you see things differently. People who seemed trustworthy start to reveal cracks in their intentions. A situation you almost walked into now feels wrong. That inner voice that you ignored before is louder now. Sharper. More direct. This clarity is protection. Something inside you feels like it is guiding your next steps. You may feel an urge to pause. To slow down. To wait. To rethink something. To cancel a plan. To delay a decision. To avoid a place. To stay home. To stay silent. That small hesitation is not hesitation, it is divine intervention whispering to you. Protection often comes disguised as a delay. There are things being moved out of your way that you cannot see yet. A heaviness lifts from your environment. If the atmosphere around you suddenly feels lighter. If your thoughts stop racing. If your anxiety drops without reason. If your body relaxes on its own. That is the energy around you clearing itself of danger. Protection has arrived. But let's go deeper. Because protection does not always appear in a dramatic moment. Most of the time, it shows itself in very subtle ways. A message you didn't receive, a call you didn't answer, a meeting that was rescheduled, a person who suddenly distanced themselves, a plan that fell apart, a gut feeling that stopped you, a moment of intuition that saved you from something, a delay that frustrated you, but prevented harm. Not all disappointments are punishments. Some are protection in disguise. You are being protected from a danger you didn't see forming. And protection is happening in layers. Destiny protection. Your path is being corrected. Your steps are being guided. Your future is being defended. Nothing sent against you will succeed. Take a breath. Feel the shift happening around you. Your spirit knows this moment is sacred. And now, something powerful begins to unfold. Your energy is rising. Your awareness is awakening. Your intuition is sharpening. Your shield is strengthening. And because you are listening to this message, your protection becomes activated with clarity and purpose. You are not walking blindly anymore. You are not spiritually unguarded anymore. You are not vulnerable anymore. Your steps are now watched. Your moves are guided. Your path is illuminated. But listen carefully, protection is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet, silent, precise. Like a hand turning you a different direction. Like a whisper telling you to pause. Like a feeling keeping you inside at the right moment. Like a voice telling you not to trust something. Like an inner tension warning you to step back. Like a sudden sense of caution. This is divine strategy. You are being led away from something that was forming. Something you knew nothing about. Something that was not meant to touch you. And now, the atmosphere around you is changing completely. The danger is dissolving. The attack is weakening. The energy against you is breaking. The trap is collapsing. The negativity is reversing. Protection is fully active now. You may not feel the full impact yet, but in the next hours, you will notice. A sudden sense of safety, a strong intuitive nudge, a burst of mental clarity, a wave of peace replacing anxiety, a moment where you stop before a mistake, a decision that feels divinely guided, an inner voice that becomes clearer than ever, a heavy feeling lifting instantly, a lightness in your environment, a sign that confirms this message is for you. Your destiny is being guarded. Your path is being defended. Your life is being covered. Nothing that was meant to harm you will come near you. And to seal this moment, speak it in the comments as a declaration. I am protected. Because when you declare it, you align with it. What was sent against you? Something has been moving in the shadows of your life, long before you clicked on this video. And today, we are going to expose it. Because what hides in darkness only survives through silence, confusion, and distraction. But the moment you become aware, the entire atmosphere shifts. For weeks, maybe even months, you have felt moments that didn't make sense. Small inconveniences. Sudden disruptions. Unexpected delays. Strange arguments. Misunderstandings that came out of nowhere. A wave of emotions that didn't feel like your own. Sudden heaviness over your chest. A moment of panic at midnight. A sense that someone or something was trying to pull your attention away from what truly matters. These were not random experiences. They were signals. They were pieces of something bigger forming behind the curtain of your life. Something was sent to derail your direction. To drain your energy. To cloud your clarity. To weaken your confidence. To shift your focus so slowly that you wouldn't even notice the change. But today, we are bringing it into the light. There was a plan forming against you. Maybe not physically, maybe not in the obvious world you can see, but in the unseen, something was stirring. A spiritual pressure. An emotional attack. A mental heaviness. An invisible attempt to sabotage your path before you stepped into the next phase of your life. Some of you have noticed. Sudden fatigue when you were supposed to make an important decision. Unexpected fear right before taking a step forward. Strange hesitation when opportunities approached you. Confusion around relationships you were usually confident about. Moments when you felt spiritually or mentally disconnected from yourself. These were not simply bad moods. They were attempts to weaken your intuition so you would walk blindly into something harmful. Because the greatest danger is not the event itself. It is walking into it unaware. That is why this message reached you. That is why you were pulled toward this exact moment. That is why your spirit would not let you scroll past. Something wanted to block you from seeing clearly. And clarity is exactly what you are receiving right now. Think back over the past few weeks. How many times did you feel unusually drained? How many times did you feel an unexplainable heaviness? How many times did you feel like you were not yourself? How many times did communication break down suddenly between you and someone close to you? How many times were you seconds away from making a decision that did not align with your growth? These were not coincidences. These were engineered moments. Small pushes meant to lead you toward a larger fall. But here is the truth. What was sent to destabilize you has failed. What was meant to confuse you is being revealed. What was forming behind your back is collapsing. Because awareness is a weapon. And right now, you are holding that weapon in your hands. Something wanted to keep you distracted. Something wanted you overwhelmed. Something wanted your senses dulled so you wouldn't recognize the danger approaching. But this moment, right here, right now, breaks that cycle. The fog that surrounded you is lifting. The heaviness that sat on your mind is loosening. The confusion planted in your spirit is dissolving. You are stepping out of the haze that was created to hide the truth. There were people who suddenly shifted around you. Not because you did anything wrong, but because their presence was part of the distraction. Some relationships were draining you without you seeing it. Some conversations were lowering your vibration. Some environments were weakening your intuition. And every time you felt your spirit pull away, that was your protection beginning to activate. Because what was forming ahead of you required you to be spiritually alert, mentally sharp, emotionally aware, and physically aligned. If you had kept moving blindly, you may have stepped into something that was not meant for you. A situation, a conflict, a mistake, a trap, a moment that could have cost you time, energy, progress, or safety. But the warning came before the impact. The clarity came before the confusion consumed you. The message reached you before the danger reached your path. The accident meant for you, whether emotional, financial, relational, or physical, was interrupted because you became aware in time. Understand this clearly. There are forces that react when your breakthrough is close. There is resistance that rises when your next chapter is near. There is pressure that appears right before elevation. Attacks increase when alignment is happening. You felt the resistance not because you are weak, but because you are stepping into something powerful. Your next season required this awakening. Your next opportunity required this clarity. Your next breakthrough required this protection. You were not supposed to fall into what was sent against you. You were meant to rise above it. Step over it. Move past it. And that is exactly what is happening now. Right now, barriers are being removed. Right now, traps are being exposed. Right now, confusion is losing its grip on you. Right now, every hidden plan against your peace is dissolving. You are stepping into a moment of complete spiritual alignment. This is not fear. This is preparation. This is empowerment. This is clarity. This is protection. And because you are aware now, you cannot be blindsided. You are walking forward with your eyes open. Your intuition sharp. Your spirit alert. Your path illuminated. What was sent against you will not prosper. What was formed in darkness will not touch you. What was planned in silence will not succeed. This is your moment of awakening. This is your turning point. This is the shift in the atmosphere around your life. If you feel this part speaking directly to your spirit, declare it in the comments. I break every hidden plan against me. Something significant is unfolding around you, and the next 2 hours carry a weight that is not ordinary. This period is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to focus you. You are stepping into a window of heightened awareness, a moment when the spiritual realm becomes clearer and the physical world responds to the shifts within your spirit. This is a moment when small decisions carry great influence, when subtle directions shape outcomes, when the voice inside you becomes the compass that guides you away from unseen danger. These hours are not random. They are purposeful. They are aligned. They are marked. You may notice a sudden change in the atmosphere around you. A stillness. A pause. A feeling like the air has become heavier or quieter. That sensation is not your imagination. It is the invisible realm adjusting itself, rearranging paths, redirecting energy, and preventing you from walking into something that is not meant for you. During this specific window of time, you will begin to sense that you should be more aware of your surroundings. There may be moments when you feel a sudden hesitation before doing something you normally do without thinking. You may find yourself pausing before stepping out of your home, taking an extra glance before crossing a road, rethinking a plan you made earlier, or delaying a small action by a few seconds or minutes. These pauses are not accidents. They are divine timings. They are moments crafted to shift you out of harm's path. Even a few seconds of delay can change everything. The route you take, the vehicle you choose, the conversation you avoid, the call you postpone, the door you close, all of it is part of this protective alignment. You may also notice that your intuition becomes louder. Thoughts you ignore on ordinary days will suddenly feel more urgent. You might hear a quiet voice inside telling you to slow down, stay home, be cautious, or pay attention to something you normally overlook. This inner voice is your shield right now. It is warning you of movements in the unseen that your physical eyes cannot detect. Trust that voice. Honor that voice. It is not random fear. It is guidance. There may be situations today where you feel unusually sensitive to energy. Someone's words may feel heavier. A place may feel different. A situation may feel unsafe without a clear reason. When your spirit senses something before your mind understands it, that is discernment. That is protection speaking. Your job is not to question it, but to respond to it. Conversations may feel different too. You may notice tension rising where there was calm. You may sense that someone's mood shifts suddenly. Avoid reacting. Avoid engaging in conflict. Certain disagreements during this period are traps designed to pull your attention into chaos and lower your guard. Stay centered. Stay calm. Stay grounded. Your timing is being adjusted. Your spirit is being guided. The path ahead of you is being cleared. There may be an impulse inside you to withdraw and observe rather than act immediately. That is alignment taking place within you. It is the universe giving you distance from situations that need to unfold without your involvement. You are not being isolated, you are being insulated. If plans change unexpectedly today, do not fight the change. Embrace it. The delay is not working against you, it is working for you. There are moments when protection comes disguised as inconvenience. What feels like a setback on the surface may be the very thing keeping you out of harm's way. Pay close attention to the small details. A door that closes. A person who cancels. A sudden shift in your surroundings. These are not coincidences. These are signs that your path is being redirected in real time. Everything is happening with intention. You may even notice moments of unusual silence, times when everything seems to pause without warning. Animals may act differently. The wind may shift. Your breath may deepen. These subtle moments are signals of spiritual activity adjusting the space around you. Your job is simply to remain aware. As the hours move, your clarity will deepen. You might begin to understand why certain things felt heavy recently. You may finally see the pattern behind the confusion. You may realize that the worry, anxiety, or restlessness you felt was not weakness, it was awareness calling you to pay attention. You may feel the urge to distance yourself from certain places, certain people, or certain decisions. Trust that sensation. Your spirit senses what your mind has not yet caught up to. There might be a moment where you feel a sudden rush of calm, as if someone placed a protective barrier around you. That is the energy of protection becoming active. A shield forming. A covering settling over your path. You may even feel your heartbeat shift, either slowing or quickening, as your body responds to the spiritual alignment taking place. Your physical body reacts to unseen danger long before your mind does. Do not ignore these sensations. They are signals. Throughout these 2 hours, guidance will come to you in different forms. It might appear as intuition. It might appear as discomfort. It might appear as a sudden clarity about something you were unsure of. It might appear as an inner voice telling you to wait. It might appear as a moment where you say, "Something told me not to do that." That something is your protection. Avoid rushing. Haste is the doorway through which unnecessary danger enters. Today is not a day for bold leaps or impulsive actions. Today is a day for awareness, calm, alignment, and observation. Underneath all of this, a deeper truth is unfolding. Something meant for harm is being dismantled. Something meant to collide with your path is being blocked. Something that was forming without your knowledge is being stopped before it reaches you. This is divine timing. This is intervention. This is spiritual safety at work. Use these hours to remain grounded. Sit still for a moment if you can. Listen to your breath. Pay attention to your surroundings. Stay aware of your internal nudges. Trust that you are being guided, protected, redirected, and repositioned for your own safety. Every pause has purpose. Every delay has meaning. Every shift is intentional. Every hesitation is a warning. Every calm feeling is confirmation. You are being kept safe from something you were never meant to encounter. The next 2 hours are a shield. A covering. A realignment. A spiritual intervention. A divine correction of your path. Stay connected. Stay aware. Stay grounded. Stay spiritually aligned. This moment is not ordinary. This hour is not ordinary. This protection is not ordinary. And you are not alone in it. There is a deeper reason behind everything you have been sensing, feeling, or experiencing in this season of your life. Warnings do not come without purpose. Spiritual tension does not rise without a cause. And you are not pulled toward messages like this unless something important is waiting behind the veil of the unseen. What you are stepping into right now is not a moment of fear, but a moment of revelation. Every pressure, every strange sign, every emotional shift, and every internal alarm you felt lately is connected to something bigger than the danger that was forming around you. Because behind the warning, there is a breakthrough. A breakthrough that was meant for you. A breakthrough that has been trying to reach you. A breakthrough that the unseen realm has been preparing for a long time. But before a breakthrough arrives, chaos tries to rise. Before clarity comes, confusion tries to enter. Before elevation happens, resistance increases. This is the invisible pattern most people never notice. You are not feeling anxious for no reason. You are not feeling restless for no reason. You are not waking up in strange hours for no reason. Your spirit wasn't unsettled because something bad was coming, but because something powerful was coming. And whenever something powerful approaches, disruption follows. Distraction follows. Resistance follows. This is how the spiritual realm tries to stop people from reaching the point where their life shifts. Not with obvious attacks. Not with dramatic events. But with small delays. Sudden emotional heaviness. Unexpected arguments. Mental exhaustion. Moments where you feel like giving up or withdrawing. These are signs that something important is close. Something that would bring change. Something that would open doors. Something that would lift you out of the place you've been stuck in. The reason this warning reached you today is because the breakthrough behind it is real. Closer than you imagined. And more transformative than you expect. Think about everything you have endured recently. Think about the battles you have overcome quietly. Think about the days where you carried heaviness alone, yet you kept going. Think about the situations that tried to break you. Think about the moments where you felt like nothing was improving. None of that was wasted. None of that was pointless. None of that was ignored. Those moments were pressure before transformation. They were preparation before elevation. Your spirit has been stretched because your capacity needed to grow. Your strength has been tested because you needed to be prepared. Your vision was challenged because you needed to see more clearly. Breakthroughs rarely come to people who are asleep spiritually. They come to those who are awake. Aware. Aligned. Sensitive to the shifts around them. And right now, your awareness is awakening at a deep level. You are hearing messages you never would have heard before. You are noticing signs you once ignored. You are becoming more intuitive, more alert, more spiritually intelligent. This awakening is not random. It is part of the breakthrough. The warning that reached you today was not only to prevent danger, but to prepare you for what is coming after. You see, breakthroughs often arrive after a moment of spiritual tension. It could be a breakthrough of clarity, where you suddenly understand something that once confused you. It could be a breakthrough of healing, emotional wounds you carried for years suddenly begin to dissolve. It could be a breakthrough of opportunity, a door you thought was closed suddenly opens. It could be a breakthrough of peace, the heavy energy around you lifts and your mind becomes clear. It could even be a breakthrough of protection, removing people, situations, or paths that were leading you in the wrong direction. What is coming toward you may be one of these, or many of them at once. But the truth remains the same, you are entering a moment where something in your life is about to shift. Breakthroughs do not always arrive gently. Sometimes they come disguised as endings. Sometimes they arrive after intense pressure. Sometimes they show up after sudden confusion. Sometimes the atmosphere around you becomes heavy before it becomes clear. This is because the old version of you is being removed. The old patterns are being dissolved. The old fears are being exposed. The old cycles are being broken. This is the internal shaking you have been feeling. Your spirit is letting go of what cannot follow you into the next season. Your mind is resisting because it is used to old patterns. Your heart is preparing for something you haven't seen yet. This is why the warning came. Not because your life is in danger, but because your destiny is in motion. There is something waiting for you that you have not reached yet. A moment. A change. A shift. A release. A breakthrough that has been forming slowly, silently, behind the curtain of your life. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it clearly. But it is there, aligning itself with your path in ways you do not even recognize. Your spirit knows before your mind does. Your intuition detects the shift before your circumstances reveal it. That is why you felt the tension first. That is why the atmosphere felt different. That is why the warning came now. Because your breakthrough is approaching now. Closer than ever. Closer than you think. Closer than you expected. The danger attempted to come because the breakthrough is valuable. When something powerful is about to open in your life, the energy around you becomes unsettled. The enemy of your progress becomes noisy. The atmosphere becomes heavy. The path becomes unclear. This is the final resistance before the shift. The final noise before the silence. The final confusion before the clarity. The final setback before the rise. And you are in that moment right now. But you are not walking through it blind. You have been warned. You have been awakened. You have been protected. You have been guided back into alignment. This is why the fear you felt earlier has begun to fade. This is why the heaviness is lifting. This is why the energy around you is shifting. The breakthrough is stronger than the attack. The blessing is stronger than the delay. The purpose is stronger than the confusion. You are stepping into a moment where things will begin to make sense. Doors will open without force. Situations will shift without pressure. People will appear at the right time. Answers will flow without struggle. You will begin to feel clarity replacing chaos. Peace replacing tension. Confidence replacing fear. This is the moment you have been waiting for. This is the moment that was trying to reach you. This is the reason the warning came, not to scare you, but to prepare you for what is yours. Your breakthrough is not just coming. It is already here. It has already entered your atmosphere. It has already begun forming around your path. You simply needed to be aware, so you could receive it properly.